Alright, gents, welcome back to another episode of this Pbem. Got some interesting things this time. Lots of shooting and gunfire and enemies spotted and men getting shot by unseen targets and targets getting shot by unseen men. Go ahead and start off with the polls, and I'll just shut up because it's loud as hell. Alright, so our two half-tracks managed to really suppress the crap out of that. Meanwhile, our gents over here spot those guys, and they get engaged by, I believe, the mortar team as well. It really puts the most amount of hurt on them. Back away real fast so you can hear it. Meanwhile, these gents start to advance up real fast, under pretty much no fire from the intense suppressive fire put on them. From the intense suppressive fire they've been given, I mean. And we spot what looks like a potential ambush moving into that house. Looks like they were hanging out in that courtyard waiting for us to get close. I'm probably going to wind up bouncing these guys into that house. And in the meantime, some German troops move up right along this way. As various people can see. Looks like they're moving up to try and set up a line somewhere along this way. Judging by that quick motion, looks like they're running probably to set up a defensive formation over there. Oh yeah, that also happens over there. It's cool. Unfortunately, we don't manage to hit any of those guys. Though I'm sure we've killed someone in here by now. Someone has to be dead. You shoot that many 50 caliber slugs through a wall, someone's gonna get hit by something the size of a table. And the Poles are, of course, or the 4th platoon is, of course, hurrying along. They're getting there. And they'll get there. Eventually. I don't know why this guy's got his, like, interesting jacket on. Anyway. Oh, they have little Poland patches. That is so cool. Vane's Commonwealth uniform pack. Go get it, love it. Don't ever stop using it. Alright, so the Americans. We'll go ahead and start off with the boring stuff. These guys run around. Turns out there's not much to see. Everyone stacks up. And those guys kind of casually saunter their way across the street. Hell, this guy gets real balls and just goes and hangs out right there. Oh, and there's a Greyhound over there, just kind of shooting up the place. But this is enough to convince me that we own this street now. Oh, actually, I'll drive the Greyhound by slowly, but I'm pretty sure we own it. Meanwhile, our assault over here begins to take shape. Though we did lose this one gent to the MG behind the tree, which is proving rather impossible to escape or engage. I have to keep that in mind as we advance down this road, that there is a machine gun hanging out back there. Did we ever get to see in here? Oh yeah, no, that's right. We got these guys in here. And they're super cool. So we're going to probably stop shooting at them. Because we're starting to get to the point where we're suppressing our own troops. And we'll move these guys up to push further down this way. Meanwhile, this inmate's on what I'd like to call convoy interdiction. So we pull him off that line of supporting this side, because there's not really much to support against. We have him rush down this way. Into his own personal kill box. Where he immediately spots a half-track, unspots it, stops, takes out the gunner, and we start start pounding our way through this. So that's going pretty well. There is a tank dude-ish thing over here, though, that we need to be aware of. He's right here. What are they called? He's a little bit like the Greyhound. He's an anti-tank gun thing. And the infantry have kind of spotted him. So we're probably going to stop rushing across this field, since I'm starting to think that they might actually have half-tracks set up in this wood. And instead we will kind of set up along, there's a hedgerow line, or a little bush line along this road, so we'll set up a little base of fire along there. Probably right here, actually. And I think the BAR should be able to do its job well enough to suppress that guy, or at least keep him from standing up and firing his weapon. So you can see he's kind of popped out to get a better look right here. And we should be able to get him. Also, I don't think he has a good line of sight on my guy over there. Go ahead and pop the trunks off and go ahead and do that retroactive tree thing. But yeah, I don't think he has... I just don't think you can see him. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of foliage in the way. So I don't think he's really in a position to do much. Except maybe shoot that Jeep. I might turn the Jeep around and have him spray some bullets over here. Alright, we'll drive the Jeep down the Dive River and see who shows up. Oh yeah, and these guys managed to run through the woods. So yeah, we'll probably be getting these guys to actually swerve right into there. Maybe we'll have one squad go across like that. But I'm starting to think that plan might not work, just because they're starting to get troops along that area. Though their desire to move towards Framboise and hold the road may be enough to leave the road undefended for the time being. Either way, they'll have to dislodge that Greyhound before they can move anything quickly by it. Which is, more or less good enough for me. Also, that fact that we've knocked that half-track back means that they can't threaten our big, open, wide left flank, which is great. Now, the next question is just, what am I going to do? I got what I assume is a small German counterattack, or if not a counterattack, a counter-defense, which is like counterattacking directly at me, but not enough to actually push me back, just enough to set up a defense. More like a defense into contact, I guess. These are not actual terms. Please don't cite me, or use me for any sort of military guesstimates. This guy's still hanging out over here. He hasn't been shot yet, so I assume there's really no one on this backside of the school. Otherwise, he would have gotten his ass into him, or in these buildings for that matter. And he's perfectly hidden from right here. It's really just a great position. I like this guy. So we're going to go ahead and stop that and see what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and clear these guys' target. We're going to move them into here. And down this roadway. And these guys can assault the second level. And go ahead and clear that guy's target. And we'll just kind of start watching it closely instead. And this will... Huh? The coups do... Huh, I don't speak enough French to know what that means. If anyone speaks enough French to know what that says, it'd be really nice to know. I think it says something about school, because it's what it looks like. It looks like that in Spanish, but... this is not Spain, this is France. And we'll go ahead and hunt into... We'll kind of hunt our way through here. So I think there are doors in all of these. Yeah, there are doors in all of these. And that should enable us to gain a clear picture. Actually, instead of moving into there rapidly, since we already know what's in there, we'll move into here rapidly and see if we can't find someone in there. It's gonna be a person on Skype. We're just gonna really casually hope they don't do anything. It's probably my girlfriend. I'd hate to ignore her, but I'd also really hate to have to like answer a call in the middle of a recording. So go ahead and put these guys on a line of fire. These guys actually have him spotted, so we're gonna have them stop right there and engage. These guys can go shift over to there. There, so that'll set up that line. We'll maybe get some mortars going in, maybe not. I don't know. It all depends on how mortary I'm feeling. Now comes the part where the poles with their super fantastic mortars have to get the hell down the road. And we already know what's in there actually, so I'm tempted to just run them down the road. But then we'll run into the problem of what if they round the corner and there's just a machine gun hanging out down there. So it's time for every Pole's favorite pastime. It's called scouting. Not like Boy Scouts, like actually, nah, screw scouting. Not Boy Scouts, once again. Clear that target. We're gonna go ahead and try and move these guys up rapidly. So we can keep them targeting that area. If we can get someone to give that gentleman first aid. I'm pretty sure that mortar is going to be doing stuff eventually. How are we looking on that mortar barrage? Firing 4 minutes. Nifty. Should be enough time to do the thing. It looks like these poles are actually going to fall behind the curve. So we'll go ahead and order them to pick up right there. Right there. Right there. And right there-ish, I guess. Und du kannst bitte. This pole should get a tank real soon, which I may send through this orchard. And I'm thinking I'm going to try and secure these houses and set the tank right here, because that will be pretty much the ultimate lockdown of this road. If we get a Cromwell sitting right here between this house and that house, it's a very easily defensible position. We just have to cover that zone and stick some infantry up here. Make sure that they don't come with anything heavy around that window. If we had a Cromwell here, a Cromwell right here, nothing will take us. If we only get one Cromwell, so's that, but I'd really hope for a team of Cromwells. Because I like Cromwells. Or Churchills. Churchills would be awesome. Churchills, I'd just sort of plow forward and run over them. Because Churchills are damn nigh indestructible. How much longer do you have on your fire mission? Fine. You. Go to spotter. 4 minutes of fire. Okay, go to spotter. 8 minutes of fire down that road. Nice. Rolls. Nice. So we may actually get this guy on the horn for some nifty area attacks over there. There's no real need for them yet. I wonder if, do these guys have smoke rounds? Do you have any smoke rounds? No? Are you out of mortar targets? Yeah, cool. Alright, we're gonna remount that guy and he'll move up to be our super fantastic organic mortar support. Man, I just love the guns of World War II. They're just so cool looking. Anyway, not too much going on, I guess. These guys are advancing. These guys are kind of right there. I guess I could technically assault that way. Hopefully push them out. So I'm gonna kind of assault over to here instead. Because my goal isn't really to take that house so much as it is to kill everyone inside of it. So I'm going to move over to this ground, but we're still going to keep fire on that house. So that should work out relatively well. And those half tracks, you bet your ass are going to keep firing. And if they move over here and they get shot by some unseen force... Actually, I'll need to send like 2 guys just kind of running down this road and see if there's anyone down here. Just, wait, Austerlitz. Isn't that in Austria? I might yank another scout off this guy soon and just send him running down this road, and where he dies is where the Germans are. This is a nice little ambush alley. If we could take out that infantry gun, though, we could try pushing up around this side and sneaking around taking Frambois. I suspect that the defensive line goes something kind of like that. Or maybe like that. Kind of stretching like that. It's possible that this is the defensive line right here. And then we have a line here and a line here. And no line facing that way besides that infantry gun. And they're just waiting to see which line breaks first. It's just the real hard part about this scenario is trying not to walk into an ambush. So I think I'm only going to advance 1 squad at a time. So if I lose anything horribly catastrophically, I only lose 1 squad. And even that 1 squad, I'm probably going to advance scouts or an assault formation. It'll slow me down a lot, but better than losing a platoon of troops. You can see that river, right? Yeah. Just gonna get a good idea of how much stuff you can see. You know, it's good enough. And also you can see over there. So, I mean, like, whatever. He can see enough stuff to be an effective fighting force. And that guy's probably going to hold that road down. I think this will go really well. Probably. Oh yeah, and the Pioneers, I'm not sure what to do with them. These guys, they're going to stay the same. These guys have moved like that. We changed that. We changed that. These guys changed. I'm just trying to make sure I've changed everything that needs to be changed. I think... Let's check the briefing real fast. Attack map. I think that's everything. I think we've gotten all of our infantry reinforcements. I think all we get now are some extra Cromwells, and then that's it. Alright, till next turn. I'll see you then.